Welcome back to the StaR's Cartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star Baby. Okay, I was not expecting to go live right now. I can't stand my family that had a whole barbecue. Okay, happy Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, God sent me this message, and when God sent me this message, at first I thought, it was gonna be for tomorrow, but today, right now, okay. I done took my lashes off. I done took my hair down. You know what I'm saying? A jump hop and a skip away from, I can't stand getting ready for bed. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Girl, do go to sleep early. The message I heard is, I don't know who this is for, but I feel like it is urgent. God said someone close to you is mentally unstable and is blaming you for things you had nothing to do with. They insist on blocking your plans time and time again to no avail. They have failed several times, yet they keep trying. Okay, they keep trying. Every attempt causes bad things to backfire in their own lives as well as those that are close to them. Yet they strongly believe if they keep trying, they could possibly win. And see, I'm going to pause right here and say this is a type of situation where you got people that they keep on trying to stick their foot out in front of you and stop you and keep things from happening for you. But every time they try to stop something from happening for you, whatever way, it's like what God is showing me right now is like somebody you walking down the hallway and somebody is expecting you to go down on the right hand side of the hallway. So they stick their foot out. But for whatever reason, you decide to go the other way on the left hand side. Maybe you see somebody over there, or whatever brings your attention to that side of the hallway. So you start walking that way. And when they stick their foot out, instead of you tripping over them, they end up tripping over their own feet. Okay, so things happen to them. And sometimes it happens to those close to them. Once again, with the same analogy, sometimes there'll be a situation where somebody else is coming towards them. Like, if you're walking down the hallway, they assume that you're going to go on the right-hand side, but you go on the left-hand side. And somebody close to them see them and start walking towards them and trip over their foot. God is saying, like, the things they expect to happen to you, it keep happening to not only them, but also people around them. But they strongly believe if they keep trying, they can win. This is the exact definition of insanity. To do something over and over and over again, thinking that you're going to possibly get a different outcome. God said these people, they keep on thinking if they keep on sticking their foot out, that one day you're going to finally trip over it. All that happens if they trip over their own feet or somebody else trip over it. They will continue to fail. Time and time again, God said it's not going to be a situation where they are going to win. Like, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? And for some of y'all, you the person that's in this position. For some of y'all, you the person that's doing this here. God said you are not going to win. You will fail over and over and over again. And you know what I'm saying? I know it be people that don't like me and feel some kind of way about me on my videos because they be trying to email me and leave comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? As I've said time and time again, that don't faze me. You know what I'm saying? It don't. And nobody trying to come in and talk noise about me is going to faze me. And talking about they going to pull up and they going to do this and that. I wish you would. I do. So I could drag you and you leave me all the way alone after you catch these hands. I promise you will. I promise you will. I promise you will. You be thinking that you about to come over here and you gonna feel this and that's gonna happen and that's gonna happen, baby, and gonna leave with two black eyes playing with me. And I'm just being real. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? All the jokes about how heavy set I am, baby, heavy set. And I took boxing classes, so I know how to use my weight. You gonna feel this weight. You gonna feel this way. You gonna feel all 200 pounds. God said that to me. God, like all 200. You gonna feel all 200 pounds in one punch. I know how to get my hands together with these long nails on. I'll pop these suckers off in a second. Play with me if you want to. Anyways, They are causing their own problems. Yet, like I said at the beginning of this live, this is somebody they keep on trying to say it's your fault. It's their fault. If they would leave you alone, they wouldn't have no problems. Whatever it is they tried that started them thinking that, oh, I gotta get such and such back because such and such is the cause. For somebody, it literally started with your birth, however you were born. And you know what I'm saying? I'm being led to sit my phone down and talk about this for a second. It don't matter if it's a situation where somebody feel like they were forced into having you. That's not your fault. It's not a situation where you had anything to do with that. It don't matter, even if it's a situation like, and some people got some horrible stories, some horrid stories. And as somebody, 555 as I say that, as somebody that know what it feels like to be abused as a child, as an adult, I don't wish that up on nobody. I don't wish that up on my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's some people out here that really would. That doesn't mean just because that's what happened and you ended up getting pregnant and you ended up giving birth, it don't mean now all of a sudden the baby that you gave birth to is your sole enemy. That is psychotic. That's somebody that need help, mental help from a doctor, okay? Not the kind of help that I can provide by, you know what I'm saying, I'm serious, by life coaching. This is somebody that need help from a psychologist, a psychiatrist, somebody that need real help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not your fault that they went through what they went through. It's not your fault about what happened to them. And that's just real. Anywho, let's pick my phone back up, so let me move on. Whew. God said over and over again, these people is causing the same problems, these problems to happen in their own life. And it's like every time they do something to you, something happened to them. And they be sitting around patiently waiting for you to feel the effects of what they did, but you don't. They sit around waiting on something bad to happen and your plans to fall through, but it don't. They sit around hoping and wishing and praying that something horrible will happen to you, and it don't. And even if it's a situation where you get hurt, so for some of y'all you went to jail. For some of y'all you end up catching a case. Little things happen, but you always get the better end of the possibilities of what could possibly happen to you, and it ticks them off because the result they wanted they never received. And then on top of that, at the end, once you have went through whatever it is you went through, you learn whatever it was intended for you to learn, they end up going through worse than what they wanted to put you through. God said this is going to carry on happening until they stop. Until they stop. Until they stop. I'm being led to until they stop. If they refuse to stop, they will experience losses over and over and over and over and over again. I could keep going with the overs, God said. While they are simultaneously watching you continue to win and overcome every single thing that they have put in your pathway until it is time for them to go. God told me specifically until their time is up. They're going to experience losses over and over again. I'm going to show y'all which Bible God led me to. But anywho, the scripture comes from 1 Kings 1 and 21. Sometime later, there was an incident involving a vineyard belonging to Naboth the Jezreelite. The vineyard was in Jezreel, close to the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. Ahab said to Naboth, "Let me have your vineyard to use it for a vegetable garden, since it is close to my palace. In exchange, I will give you a better vineyard, and if you prefer, I will pay you whatever it is worth." But Naboth replied, "The Lord forbid that I should give you the inheritance of my fathers." So Ahab went home, sullen and angry, and he lay in his bed sulking and refused to eat. Baby, it would open up to a scripture about Ahab and Jezebel. God said for somebody, this is someone that's upset because they don't have what God gave you. whatever gift it is that God gave you, whatever blessings that God promised to you, whatever inheritance that God promised to you. And you know, the crazy thing, I'm being reminded of a message where God spoke to me about people that's always trying to steal other people's inheritance. The inheritance that they really want to steal is the inheritance of heaven, but they can't steal that. Thou shalt not steal. They cannot steal your rights to go to heaven when your time is up here. And the crazy thing about it is, if they would stop trying to steal from you, they would have their own rights. But because they insist on stealing from you and trying to take from you, they not going to get to go there. And a lot of these people don't even realize what they are doing deliberately is keeping them from receiving the blessings that God has for them. They putting their foot in their own way, just like God said. Every time they stick their foot out to try to trip you, they tripping over their own foot. These are the kind of people, even if something was to happen to you, you still going to heaven. And they going to hell. And 11:11, as I say, and that's just what it is. It's not a situation where they can try to twist that around and they can confuse God. God said he will not be mocked. He will not be mocked. You cannot make fun of God. It's not a situation. God said it's mockery what they doing. It's not a situation where you can confuse God and mistake yourself for somebody else when you get to them golden gates. That's just what it is. You cannot. You can't. You simply cannot. And you know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where you can con God into giving you blessings when you ain't did nothing but evil all the days of your life. You can't. How you gonna do that? How? You can't. You may receive some blessings from the devil, but we already know those blessings come with curses. And that's just what it is. But to assume that you're going to be able to confuse God and God is going to give you a blessing after you've been deliberately trying to stop somebody else's, God says, stunt somebody else's growth. And you've been putting your foot out for them. And you've been trying to ruin all their relationships. And you've been trying to tear up every single friendship they have. And you've been trying to tell everybody that they so bad and so evil and this, that, and the third. God said he saw all that. And if you think you're going to receive a blessing while simultaneously trying to curse somebody else, you got him mistaken. You got him confused. God said the blessings that you have, just like it say in that scripture, God said you can't give it to nobody else. That's yours. Period. It don't matter who they is. Even if they are family. Even if they are your best friend. Even if that is your husband, your wife, it don't matter. God said you cannot transfer the blessings that he has for you to nobody else. It's yours. It's in your name. I just feel like that's what this message, God is saying. These, like, even if you in a position where you worried about people and you thinking, oh, they gonna call such and such and they gonna do this and then they gonna do that. God said they ain't stopping nothing. This for somebody, if you really wanted to, and you got a plan, God gave you a plan of what you going to do and how you going to do it, you could write it down on a piece of paper and deliver it to them, and it's still going to happen. They cannot stop what God has coming into your life, period. It's no way. It's no way. This is somebody, it's no way. God said they have tried time and time and time again. This is somebody you used to blab about everything, but you stopped that because you noticed that people would deliberately try to make it hard for you. But I feel like God is saying, I'm thinking about times in my life personally. God said even in times when people deliberately stuck their foot out and tried to stop certain things from happening for you, it still came through. Yeah, you may have to go around certain people. You may not have been able to use this person or that company. You may have had to move farther away. It may have been a situation where you had to look at a longer distance of this, that, and the third. God said they cannot stop your blessings. I'm being reminded of Joseph's story and how his brothers worked real hard. His brothers worked real hard to try to stop him. They worked real hard to try to ruin his name. They worked real hard to destroy him. They worked real hard and got pennies for selling their own blood into slavery just so that they could be through with him. And Joseph came out the second-hand man to the king. Yet and still, they couldn't stop it. They still couldn't stop it. God said it don't matter what they do. It don't matter who they talk to. It don't matter who build. They can make billboards go out and spend their money on a billboard talking down about you. They could create a channel talking noise about you. They could post what they want to on Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, whatever they choice, Black Space, Black Book, whatever it's called. Baby, they can do their thing. God said when it really come down to what he said, that's going to come to pass. Period. It's not an and, if, or but about it. You still going to get whatever it is God said. Like God said, it has been times where he wanted somebody, God is saying he wanted you to learn certain things. And somebody tries to get in the way of that. God still made sure you made it to where you were supposed to go to learn what you needed to learn. God said for somebody, you were supposed to be in certain, like you were supposed to make certain friends so that you could get information from people, and somebody tries to get in your way, and God shows you a whole nother way to learn the information you needed to learn. There have been people that have been trying to stop you from being able to learn what you needed to learn, not only to just take care of yourself, but for the future that God has for you. But God said, behold, you still learned it. They were sitting on the right side of the street of the the hallway, and you walked around them without tripping. You didn't slip, you didn't fall, you just walked right around them and got to where you was going. Besides the fact that they were standing there with their foot out, and somebody else that they didn't intend to tripped over their foot, slipped and fell. And for some of them, they fell over their own feet, and then had the audacity to look up and see you make it to where you were supposed to go and get upset and feel like you did that on purpose. You ain't do nothing to them. They shouldn't have been trying to mess with you in the first place. They shouldn't have been trying to mess with you in the first place. Yes, baby, they own pit. They sat there, dug in that pit, and fell in it. And that's just what it is. And God said if they don't stop, they gonna carry on, tripping over their own feet, falling into their own pit. That's just what it is. And that's just what it is. If they don't want to leave you alone, and they have a grudge, for whatever reason, they have a grudge against you, and they hate you just so much, and they can't stand you so much, and they don't spend no time with you. They never around you, but they just can't stand that you still dancing, and it bothers them so much. God said they gonna look and you still gonna be dancing. They gonna look and it's still gonna be going well for you. God said the party is not gonna stop just because they mad. It's not a situation where just because they don't like you, God is going to decide that he going to put all the blessings that he has for you on halt. And he going to put a stop to it. And he not going to bless you no more. So, what they do that at? God said he is not concerned with their feelings and their concerns, their comments, none of that. They can carry on trying to tell him this happened, that happened, the third. God said he saw all of it. And 9 out of 10, all these comments and concerns these people is coming up with, they provoked you to anger. And now they feeling some kind of way because God is still blessing you. And they thought the blessings would stop. You can't sit up and mess with somebody, keep on poking somebody and expecting that they're not going to turn around and tell you to stop. That doesn't make sense. It's not a situation where you can run up to somebody and punch them and then assume, oh, they just gonna let me hit on them and they ain't gonna do nothing because they a child of God. So I'm just gonna run up on them, I'm gonna steal off on them, I'm gonna keep on punching, and guess what? They ain't gonna do nothing. Baby, because like I said, whoever keep on sending me emails threatening me, baby, if you do run up on me, I'm dragging you, and I mean it. I mean it. I'm so serious. I know some people gonna be like, Star, I'm serious. Somebody run up on me trying to steal off on me, trying to do this, that, and I'm dragging you. Period. God ain't through with me yet. I'm honest. I don't mess with nobody. I don't bother with nobody. I don't go around looking for nobody unless it's somebody I'm supposed to be looking for. It's not a situation where I'm going trying to run up on people and mess with people and deal. No, I don't do stuff like that. So if you going out your way to try to find me and you think you finna pull up on me and run up on me and you just gonna get away with that, no, baby. No, baby. No, baby. No, baby. And if you think I don't have people that I can call, you got me all the way twisted. And I'm just being real. But anyways, I just feel like that's the kind of vibe. Somebody, they trying to say, well, they did this, they did that, they did all these things. You reacting to them. They messed with you first. They provoked you. And I just feel like when it really comes down to it, God said if they don't leave you alone, they going to carry on feeling his wrath. They going to carry on feeling the repercussions for their actions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just even what I just said. Just like somebody running up on you thinking that they going to be able to laugh in your face and just beat you up and you ain't going to do nothing. And then by shock and apartment to their horror, you start beating them up. How can they get mad? What God, you know what I'm saying? How can they even go to God and say, did you see what they did to me? God also saw you run up on them. So how, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's the message. That's what it is. This is somebody, they keep on poking you. And they don't realize they poking a bear. You don't go around poking bears. Because if you piss the bear off, if you make the bear angry, you cannot be shocked and appalled when the bear start mauling you, and that's just real. And that's just real. That's the message. Baby, that's the message. God says somebody, they keep on trying to come up with this excuse, and they did this and they did that, so I'm getting them back. They really not getting you back. They started it. God said he's not rewarding these actions. They think that they're going to be able to keep on attacking you over and over. This is bullying. They are harassing you to where you react. And then you react and they act like you the problem. God said he see where the real problem lies. He sees where the real problem lies, and it don't lie in the person that was minding their own business. It lies in the person that came over messing with them for no reason. Whew. Anyways, that's the message, y'all. Baby, that deep side lets me know I got the message, y'all. I don't know who this for. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know why in the world I was sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, relaxing, chilling, and God said, I need you to make a video real quick. Go live real quick. Anywho, that's the message, y'all. I love you guys to bits and pieces. I hope you enjoying the holiday if you in the U.S. of A. If you not, today is, tomorrow is Labor Day. But, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people celebrate on Sunday. But anywho, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.